It's DK and I'm back with another video. Make sure you put me on your big screen video. I want to say Merry Christmas to everybody because you guys are getting this video on Christmas Eve. So Merry Christmas to everyone. I hope you guys have a great holiday. Enjoy some time with your family. And if you can, go out there and get those bands. We are about to do Van Talk Season 2, Episode 1. Y'all had questions, I had answers. So I just want to let you guys know this. I'm not an expert of any sort. I'm just doing what I'm doing. I know about the cargo van a little bit. I have a Sprinter van. So I'm just gonna answer the questions where I best see fit. Because I'm trying to help y'all go out there and get a grip. And if you hating, shout out to a little flip. The game is over. So let's go ahead and get into you guys' questions.
Okay, question number 1 comes from @broabc66. They say, do you suggest over the road for someone just starting out that has their own MC, no kids, no family, they're just eager to drive, or should they just stay local?
That is actually a great question. Me personally, what I think is, I think that you should do what you see best fit for yourself. I do want to say this before you go over the road though. Hey, going over the road is not sweet. Even though I ain't never really went over the road, I've did some longer hauls for like 6 hours there and then 6 hours back, so 12 hours altogether. And it is not sweet, especially if you're in a cargo van. Them semi trucks gonna be blowing past you. The van gonna like this every time you get past them semis. So keep that in mind. I do think that if you want to try going over the road, you should try it. If you don't want to stay local, that's up to you. I also would recommend that you guys need to find out your cost per mile. If you don't know what the cost per mile is, then that's something you need to research. You need to do a lot of research on what you're getting yourself into, because over the road is not sweet. I understand that you guys see sometimes other videos, other content creators and stuff, they go over the road, they make all this money, they make $1,500 and all this stuff. But it's a lot of time and a lot of hours that you're going to be spending in this vehicle. And you're going to be driving for long periods of time from state to state. And you need to know everything about it. You need to know which states not to go to, like when to go, when not to go. Like, why would you go over the road right now when it's close to Christmas? You're going to be stuck somewhere. So it's a lot of stuff you got to learn before you go over the road. Let me just say this though. If you are in a great area like a Chicago, a Detroit, certain areas where they have a lot of freight going in and out of these states, you could just stay local. You don't really have to go over the road like that. I understand you want to make buku bucks, but why do all that when you can just stay local and stay in your area? And like, you could probably do regional or something like that. If you're in a hot area and a lot of freight moving up and down and around your area, then it doesn't, to me, for my personal opinion, it doesn't really make sense to go over the road. That's just me, but to each their own. My nickname Rome.
Okay, question number 2 comes from Emmanuel Martinez 5716, and they say, what load board would be the best one for cargo van loads? They say that they used to have a box truck, but it broke down, so now they have to fall back on the cargo van so they can keep their business running. And then they want to know, would it just be better to sign on to a carrier company to get loads for the cargo van?
Okay, that's a long, that's like 2 questions in one, but let me start off with the first one. Honestly, I've never actually used the load board personally myself. The stuff that I've got is from a carrier company that gets the stuff off a load board. But the load board that I heard that most people use for a cargo van is called Selectus, which I don't even know how load boards really work. I've only got loads from carrier companies. As far as should you go with a load board or a carrier company, it really all depends on you. Me personally, I went with the carrier company because I don't want to have to deal with all the extra stuff like the factoring and reaching out to them trying to get paid and all the paperwork, and I don't want to have to do all that. And I understand that for the most part, if you go with a load board, you will make more money because you're dealing directly with the customer or the broker, so to say. So you will make more money, but I don't want to deal with the headaches. That's just me personally. But to each their own. If you have more time on your hand and you don't mind doing that, then it's probably best for you to go with a load board. But me personally, I just don't know because I've never used a load board, and I don't know if you have an authority. I don't know all the particulars that you need. It's a lot of stuff you need when you want going directly to the load board. So I hope that helped you out. Me personally, I do use carrier companies though. That's just me.
Question number 3 comes from @Chris McNeil 5612, and they say, should I wait to get my truck to sign up for the gig apps, and how long do they usually take to get you rolling?
Huge shout out to you for that question. You must be new to the channel, because this is one thing I have always said since the beginning. You need to make sure that you have all the gig apps first before you go get a truck, before you get a van, before you get a truck, before you get anything. Sign up for all of them with your car. Whatever vehicle you have right now, sign up for the gig apps with that vehicle. Do not go out there and go get a van or get a truck or a box truck or any of that stuff. If you plan on doing using the gig apps, do not get the vehicle first. Get the apps first. Get all the apps you can. You need to know which apps are good in your area, which ones are bad, which ones work in your area, which ones don't. So you need to like do a little bit more focusing on the apps first. Please do not go get a vehicle, because you might be in for a rude awakening. Because let me give you an example. What if you go out there and get this vehicle and then you try to get on these gig apps and none of them are in your area, or all of them put you on a wait list? Now you're still making this payment on this vehicle and you still have to do all this stuff. So I recommend always get the work first before you try to go out there and get busy. Make sure that you have all the gig apps first. That's what I recommend.
Okay, question number 4 comes from @LarryMcGill968, and they say, would a box truck be more lucrative than a cargo van?
That is actually a great question. All in all, personally, I believe that you will make more money with a box truck over a cargo van. Because you have more room, you can carry more weight, you can do more stuff with the box truck. But you also have to keep in mind that it's a lot more regulations and a lot more other stuff you have to deal with. Because this actually is a commercial vehicle. Like a cargo van is not a commercial vehicle. A box truck is. So that's something that you have to think about, you have to worry about. If you have a box truck though, you can do like moves, you can do, some people go get stuff from Amazon. It's a lot of different stuff you can do with the box truck, honestly. The reason why I went with a cargo van is because it's more convenient. I don't want to deal with all the regulations, all that. That's just me. I just like to do everything nice and easy. I want to make as much money as I can, as fast as possible, as easy as possible. And you have to deal with a lot of regulations and all that stuff when it comes to box trucks. But from what I hear, you can make way more money, especially if you're going to be doing moving. If you don't mind lifting heavy stuff and all that stuff, you can make a lot of money, probably the most money with the box truck from moving. If you had a cargo van, you can move small items. Like we move some stuff here and there, move like beds or something like that, or a couple furniture items for people. But for the most part, moving is where the money at, especially if you get the box truck. Now, if you do want to learn more about box truck, Mark the Mentor channel is where you want to be. He did moving, he had multiple box trucks, he delivered small parcels, so he did a lot of stuff when it comes to the box truck stuff. So if you want to learn anything about that, make sure you go check him out. Pause. That was crazy.
Okay, question number 5 comes from @MichaelM288, and they say, I'm thinking about getting a minivan next year. Do you think I will be able to make a lot more money than I do in my car? I believe I will, but I would like to hear from an expert like yourself.
Huge shout out to you for that question, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. I ain't no expert. I just know a little bit of something. That's all I know. I don't know everything. But the main thing I would say for you is you have to know your area, and you have to know exactly what your plan is. Because if you go out there and run out there and get this van, like I told the other guy, or I'm not sure if it was a guy or not, or girl, whoever, about the other question is, you don't want to hurry up and run out there and get this vehicle and you don't have a plan on what you plan on doing. As far as, it really depends on which gig apps you're gonna be using too. So like if you're using DoorDash and like Uber Eats and stuff like that, then it really doesn't make sense to have a minivan, because for the most part with DoorDash and Uber Eats, you're usually delivering small, like just a food order. So it really wouldn't make sense for that, a certain app like that. But if you're doing like Roadie or Dispatch or Curry or those type of apps, then you may make more money using those, especially like an Amazon Flex, because you could fit more packages and stuff in the vehicle. So if you're gonna be doing like VEHO, Amazon Flex, things like Roadie XD, stuff like that, it's a great chance you will make more money with the van. But I will say this: you need to make sure that you know your area and understand which apps you're going to use in your area. So that's what I want to say. Get the clapping. Hey, baby. It's on the ball like, they way.
Okay, question number 6 comes from @BL8873, and they say, do you multi-app? And what's the best way to do it? Split screen, 2 phones, a tablet for the van?
That's a great question. I've had people ask me a lot about multi-apping. I think that honestly it's way easier than you may think. All I do is turn on all the apps. Dispatch, Curry, I have all the apps on. And for the most part, majority of the apps make a different sound when they go off. Like bling, 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 bling. Like certain apps make different noises. So I know the sounds of each app. Once I see it, the notification gonna pop up on the top of my phone, and I'm gonna click the order, see what the order is, and then go from there. That's really how I do it. It's very simple. All you gotta do is open all the apps you have, and just whichever one go off, whichever one gonna pay you the most money, that's what you go with. If it's a lot of orders out there, sometimes, for the most part, as of right now, in my area, it's been pretty slow. But I also been staying at home more too. So just want to let you guys know about that. But all you need to do is turn on all the apps, and whichever one go off, you go out there and get busy. And I'm glad you guys are with me.
Okay, question number 7 comes from your tour guide Mike, and they say, do you invest money into stocks or crypto with the money you make on the gig apps? If so, where's the best place to invest it in?
Absolutely. That's where all the money goes. I understand that people, you only make this much. All this money is going to investments. I'm playing a long-term play. This is not a short-term play. This is a long-term play. So I can get the clap and ball like fade away. Now, absolutely, I do invest all the money I get from the gig apps into crypto and also stocks. Some platforms I use and some platforms I like is, for stocks, I like E-Trade. That's a great one. I also like Robinhood. Robinhood is very simple to use. It's nice and easy to use on Robinhood. For crypto, like crypto.com and also Coinbase. But the one thing about some of these, them fees, man, they take you up top with them fees. I'm talking about they be charging you 1 to 2, however many percent to buy this stuff. So you got to keep that in mind while you're out there trying to invest, because when you're buying and selling this stuff, you are going to pay fees on it. And I made a lot of mistakes by thinking I'm up, but I'm really not up because I'm paying all these fees. So you got to keep that in mind while you're out there on the ground. But yes, absolutely. I do recommend that you also do your homework on what you're investing in. Don't just go out there and because you heard this person say this. I done went through it all. So learn from me. Learn from my mistakes and be great. I didn't listen to this and want to invest in this and put some money over here and then it didn't work out. And now I want to move it over here and change it over. I done did it all. I done did done. Call me done. I done done it all. So huge shout out to you for that question. It's a great question.
Okay, question number 8 comes from @SUIHMQK, and they say, I'm 25 and looking at getting my own cargo van with my tax return money. What are some tips and tricks to finding the right cargo van? I'm thinking Facebook Market, but I don't know anything about cargo vans and wouldn't know if it would be good or not.
Honestly, I think you can find a deal anywhere. You can find a deal on Facebook Market, or you can also go to a dealership. I do want to say this is very important. Whatever you do, make sure you get it checked out. Make sure you bring a mechanic with you, regardless of wherever you go. Make sure that you bring a mechanic with you. And also, I will say this. More so, I kind of lean a little bit more towards a dealership because it can still be under warranty. So that's what happened with our van. I don't know if you knew or not, but our van got messed up. We had to get a new piston, a new turbo, a new catalytic converter. And guess what? All of it was under warranty. If you go to Facebook Marketplace, you might not get a warranty. No, you're not going to get the warranty. So that's what I want to recommend. I do know that you're going to pay probably more going to the dealership, but you also want to make sure you protect yourself, because it really depends on how long you're trying to do this. Are you trying to do this for a long time, or are you trying to do this for the meantime? Like, what are you really trying to do with this cargo van? So I do want to recommend that you protect yourself, and if you happen to go the Facebook Marketplace route, make sure you bring your mechanic. Another thing I want to add to that is this. If you are planning on doing gig apps, or whatever you may plan on doing, make sure you have all your ducks lined up before you buy a van, before you buy a box truck, before you buy anything, before you buy any vehicle. Make sure that you had everything set up how you need to have it set up. Don't just go out there and get the van and then now you're trying to find some work. Start networking, start looking up stuff, start researching, going on Indeed. Start looking up stuff now before you go out there and purchase a vehicle. That's what I recommend.
Okay, question number 9 comes from Japers789, and they say, have you discovered a good channel that teaches you how to invest in and trade stocks or futures?
Yes, I have. Now, this is not financial advice. This is what I like to watch. This is what the places I go, these are people I rock with. One is EYL, which Earn Your Leisure. I'm also into there. They have a thing called EYL University. So I did buy into that program to learn different things. They have a plethora of different ways. They talking about all types of stuff. They have a book club in there. They have an investment club in there. They have real estate. They have a whole bunch of very informative videos and information in EYL University. I'm not telling you go buy this. I'm just telling you what I do. Now, if you don't want to do that, you can't just go to EYL. They have a thing called Market Mondays where they talk about stocks with Ian Dunlap. They talk about stocks. They talk about stuff to invest into on Market Monday. They called that NVIDIA play years ago. Years. The NVIDIA move, they called that a while ago on Market Monday. So you could have made a lot of money just off that. As far as crypto and trading go, let me just say this. For the stocks, I just trade options. That's what I've been doing. I actually just learned about this option thing, and I've been tweaking this whole time. I could have made way more money. I was trying to buy the stocks. I could have just bought the options and then sold the calls. I could have did that. But you live and you learn while you earn. As far as crypto go, I like to watch crypto banter. I have a scheduled routine I do every morning while I watch crypto banter right when I wake up while I'm exercising and everything. So crypto banter. It depends on your style of which person you like, because they have multiple people in crypto banter. They have Rand, they have Sheldon, they have Kyle, they have Fed, they have multiple different people. The person I watch as far as trading trades go is Sheldon. His YouTube channel come on crypto banter at usually 4:30 in the morning, my time, Central Standard Time. So whatever that may equip to yours, you know what I'm saying. I ain't saying, I'm just playing. But crypto banter, Sheldon, that's the person I listen to for crypto trades.
Okay, question number 10 comes from @MikeFinelli6017, and they say, what is your goal for 2025 as far as gross revenue for the cargo van?
Huge shout out to you. You've been in and out the channel for a while, boss. You've been around for a while. Huge shout out to you. As far as gross revenue for the cargo van, to be completely honest with you, I told you guys in a previous question that all this is to invest. The van is about to be paid off. We literally have days left. We got to pay one last payment on January 1st, and it's over with. The van gonna be paid off totally. We do have to pay insurance and stuff on the van still and all that. So as far as gross revenue for next year, 2025, I really don't have a plan for that because I just play it by day. It just really depends on what happens. To be completely honest with you, who knows if I'm even gonna have this cargo van for 2025? I don't know. I'm just going wherever the money goes. I just move, and the way I do things is a little bit different than most people. This is not like a long-term thing. I'm going to be doing this forever. I want to retire from this. I just don't look at it that way. I'm hustling really. I'm using this money to make more money for the long run. That's what I really do. So as far as what I think that we're going to make, I'm not really sure. I'm just going to tell you the honest truth. I don't know. But either way it go, we're going to go out there. We are going to go though. We're going to go no matter which way it go.
Okay, question number 11 comes from @CargoVanChickHustler, and they say, are you going to continue to use gig apps or concentrate on getting more of your own clients?
Honestly, I would much rather concentrate on getting my own clients. And one way that you guys can get your own clients is have these. You got to have these. These right here. These business cards. You don't know how much business we have got just off handing out business cards. While you're out there doing them roadie orders, dispatch orders, whatever orders you may be doing, you need to be handing out these business cards. You could be going to Home Depot, picking up a order for a roadie delivery, and guess what? Somebody cannot fit something in their vehicle. You could be like, you know what? I can take that for you for extra. Boom, boom, boom. Get you some money right there. So always hand out your business card, and I will recommend that everybody concentrate on building your own business. The gig apps is just a stepping stone. That's the beginning phase for people. And you just come in, learn how to do deliveries, learn what to expect, what not to expect, learn what to do, what not to do. You just learn and earn while you're doing that. But you should be building on the side your own clientele. Get your own clientele. Huge shout out to my guy Big CJ, because he's leveling up more and more and more. He's starting to get his own clients. Look, the gig apps is just momentarily. This is not for everything. These gig apps, think about the prices. Think about how much they was paying this much, now they paying this much, now they paying this much, and they just keep on going lower and lower and lower. So you need to, if you say that you are running a business, you cannot run a business off using gig apps. You can't. What you can do is you can build, you can get clients and stuff, but you cannot actually run a full business off gig apps. It's not going to work because it's not consistent enough. So if you really want to run a business the proper way, you would need some consistency going on. You need to be able to make this amount of money every single day, every single day, every single day, every single day. Like getting a dedicated route or having a set up thing that you do every day. You start off that and then you implement the gig apps in the middle of it and you just go like that. So I will say this. Make sure you guys are more so worried about yourself over worried about the gig apps. The gig apps are just momentary, temporary. Make sure you are building your own business.
Okay, and question number 12 comes from @SoStarchy, and they say, is your business partner your girl? If not, how are you guys splitting the money?
Everybody want to know this so much. No, I'm not saying like that to you because I don't know if you really want to know like that. But I want to say this. That's a good question, first off. The second part is a good question. The first question is this my girl? We both married. See, y'all didn't even know. Y'all didn't even know I was married. Y'all didn't even know she was married. See, that's look at y'all never do that, did y'all? We are both married to the money. So let's answer your question for that. Second question is this. How do we split the money? I think that our situation is completely different than most people's situation as far as split money go, having a business partner and stuff like that. I will say this. Everybody's situation is going to be different. I don't recommend that you get into business with somebody else to do gig apps. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. You have to understand our situation is different. We have multiple other different things that we do. We do the YouTube channel. We do the gig apps. We do real estate. We have cologne. We have perfume. We got merch. We got a lot of other stuff going on. It ain't just gig apps. Again, like I said in the last question, do not rely on these gig apps. You need to build your own business. As far as splitting the money go, we split it right down the middle. You get your half, you get your half. I don't really care how much I get. As long as I got my money to do my investment, that's all. I'm playing a long game here. Pause. I'm playing, this is long game, it's chess. I'm not playing check, I'm not just jump, no. I'm going for the score. I'm trying to go out there and really, I'm trying to fade away. Retire like Jordan. So I wouldn't recommend splitting money with somebody that you don't like, that you cool with or something like that. The only time it makes sense is if you are in the same household, like you and your girl or your boyfriend or girlfriend or wife or husband or whoever else that you may be with. That's the only time it makes sense, and not even really spending the money, just bringing the money into the house. So that's when it makes sense to do it, something like that. Other than that, I do not recommend it. I do not recommend it because it's not really enough meat on the bone. It's not enough money for you to make from gig apps for you to be splitting money. It just doesn't make sense. Now I understand that I do videos talking about business partner and all this stuff, but all in all, we do everything we split everything down the middle. Real estate, it's a lot of other stuff we do. We don't just do gig apps or just do this cargo van business. This, honestly, guys, look, I'm telling you the truth. This whole cargo van thing is just another thing that I just jump. I move from different things. I take money, I make money over here, and then when that die down, like the gig app's dying down right now, I move over to something else. And then that die down, I move over to something else. I just keep on hustling and moving money over here. So take this money, then move right here, then move right here, and then just keep on growing and growing and growing. I don't really get to fall in love with stuff. I just don't fall in love with this business. I just don't care. I'm not to say it like that. I'm here to make money. Whatever's gonna make me money, that's where I'm going. I don't care what it is. I don't care if I gotta go shovel some poop. I'm gonna get the best shovel. If I can make a lot of money, I'm gone right now. Because again, this is all a long game for me. I'm playing the long game. I'm not playing the short game. This is just temporary. That's why the whole cargo van business thing, I look at it just a little bit different than most people. It's just another way for me to make money. That's how I look at it. So I do want to, I'm on season 2, I'm going to be switching up things a little bit. Season 1 was cool, but you got to keep on elevating and growing. So we're going to switch it up a little bit. I'm going to let you guys know a little bit more about kind of me a little bit, or more so the channel, because there is a lot of questions that people ask. Like, this is probably one of the number one questions that we've always been asked. Why is the channel called Cars and Cribs? It's crazy, right? Like, what is Cars and Cribs got to do with gig work and all that stuff? You got to understand that we started this channel off with doing house reviews. That's all we was doing. That's why my email is still Rome's House Reviews. We was doing house reviews first. And before we even started doing YouTube, we was doing house reviews, 1-minute videos on Facebook. That's how we started off. So my whole thing with creating this channel was to help people make money so they can be able to buy them a house or buy property and all that stuff, because me and my business partner are both real estate agents. So that's how it all started off. My whole job was to get the information out to the people, because you got people in less fortunate situations. They think that they can't really never own no house. They think they can't never get no duplex, 3plex, 4. They think they can never do that. So my whole job was to inform the people that you can do it, and this is how you're going to do it. So we created the YouTube channel. We was showing the house and all that stuff to motivate the people and show them that you can do this and help them out, right? Then that's what it was called. At first, the channel was called Rome's House Reviews. That's what it was called. Then next, it was called The Life of Real Jerome. I was just trying to find my niche, find my way around, like what we was really trying to do. It was called The Life of Real Jerome, and I always loved cars. So then we started doing car reviews too. We started doing house reviews and started doing car reviews. Now we had to slow down on the house reviews because this other real estate agent, I did do a video of this house, and then the customer complained, said they ain't authorized me to do this video. I was just trying to show people the house. I thought it was a great video. So the real estate agent, they owned another company. They reached out to the company that I'm under. They talked to them like, yeah, the customer said this, boom, 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 boom. So then that was ended. So I couldn't really do house reviews like I wanted to anymore. So then we started doing some more car reviews. Car reviews was cool. We had plugs at the different dealerships around our area. So we was going out there to get busy because we didn't know people. That's when we changed the channel names to Cars and Cribs, because we were doing car reviews and house reviews. That's why we changed it. So it made more sense. And then once we started doing the gig work, we just left it how it was. Like it was just Cars and Cribs. We just kept on moving. Because I didn't want to keep on changing the channel name. Like, what am I gonna change it to now? It is gonna be Cars and Cribs. So that's how we came up with the name Cars and Cribs. Now, make sure you guys stay tuned for the next video, because you're gonna find out how we went from house reviews and car reviews to doing gig apps, because we're trying to get to that money no cap. So that's the next thing I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna answer little stuff that people may want to know that people didn't think to answer, ask in the comment section. So I'm gonna just come up with some different questions, some different things, so y'all get to know me a little bit more, because y'all know I do go out there and y'all know I go out there and scope. That's one thing y'all do know. Y'all know I'm pulling up the scope because I love getting this dough. But I'm gonna give you guys a little bit more details of also like behind the scenes stuff that you guys may or may not know. Like, we got cologne, perfume, merch, and like different stuff like that that everybody don't know. Huge shout out to Ryan. At least she be buying that perfume. She already know that perfume. One of the #1 perfumes she ever smelled. I'm trying to tell y'all, the cologne. Knock them off their socks every time. So if you want to buy some cologne or perfume, email me at romeshousereviews@gmail.com if you want to buy some of this cologne or this perfume. It's redefine his and redefine hers. The best thing you're gonna smell, I'm telling you right now. So let me know if y'all want to get some, if y'all want to help me get some of this dough. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Oh yeah, one more thing. Guess what? I also have another thing that I'm going to tell you guys right now. So we trying to switch up things. We are planning on dropping some merch. Planning on dropping that merch ski, baby. What y'all think about that? What do y'all think about us dropping a merch ski? Comment below and let us know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you lock it tomorrow. It's going back down because we ain't playing around. Because all 2024, all we doing is bumpers. Let's go. But guess what? We gotta go. I'll see you guys on the next one. We flowing. You already know it. It's DDK, and I'm on my way.